The football world is reeling. FIFA has just announced that Canada, not the United States, will be the primary host of the 2026 World Cup. The US, once the centerpiece of the North American bid, has been sidelined in a move that's shocked fans and officials worldwide. Canada, previously a junior partner, now faces the immense challenge and opportunity of leading the tournament. This decision isn't just about stadiums, it's a geopolitical shakeup with massive economic and cultural stakes. The carefully balanced North American hosting plan has been upended, leaving millions scrambling to adjust. For the US, it's a moment of disappointment and introspection. For Canada, a chance to redefine its sporting identity. As the world watches, the stakes for FIFA, the hosts, and the future of global football have never been higher. The original United 2026 bid was a landmark. 3 nations, 1 tournament, with the US set to host the lion's share of matches. America's NFL stadiums, infrastructure, and commercial power made it the heart of the plan, with Mexico and Canada as supporting players. Cities across the US invested billions, preparing for a soccer spectacle and a massive economic windfall. The expansion to 48 teams and 104 matches only deepened America's central role, with the final set for New York. For Canada, it was to be a historic debut. For Mexico, a record 3rd hosting. The united bid symbolized North American unity and soccer's rise in the US. Now, that vision has been shattered, America's promise broken, and the dream reconfigured in ways no one expected. The world must now adjust to a tournament with a new heart and a new narrative. FIFA's official line cites logistical and security challenges for the sudden shift, but the real story runs deeper. US government hesitancy on security and visa guarantees for all 48 teams created unacceptable risks for FIFA. Months of failed negotiations left FIFA doubting America's ability to deliver a seamless, secure event. Commercial disputes over marketing rights and stadium contracts further soured relations, with US cities unwilling to meet FIFA's demands. Canada, by contrast, moved quickly, offering government guarantees and a cooperative approach. With time running out, FIFA saw Canada as a safer, more reliable option. Mexico's role remains unchanged, but the US is left with only a handful of group matches. This pivot is a calculated risk, prioritizing certainty over commercial might. FIFA's decision has upended expectations and sent shockwaves through the football world. The beautiful game's biggest stage now belongs to Canada. For Canada, this is a once-in-a-lifetime leap from supporting act to star. After years of playing a secondary role in the world of international soccer, the country is finally stepping into the spotlight, ready to take on a challenge unlike any before. The government and public have embraced the challenge wholeheartedly, with new host cities like Montreal and Edmonton joining Toronto and Vancouver. These cities are buzzing with anticipation, each preparing to welcome the world and showcase their unique Canadian spirit. Billions in tourism, infrastructure, and jobs are now on the line, transforming the nation's economic outlook. Hotels are booking up, restaurants are preparing for crowds, and local businesses are gearing up for a surge in visitors from every corner of the globe. Soccer, long overshadowed by hockey, is poised for a cultural explosion. The sport is capturing the imagination of Canadians young and old, uniting communities and igniting a new passion across the country. The Canadian men's team will play every match on home soil, inspiring a new generation of fans. For many kids, this will be their first time seeing their heroes compete at the highest level, right in their own backyard. But the timeline is brutal. Canada must deliver in 5 months what the US had years to plan. Every day counts as workers race against the clock to ensure everything is ready for kickoff. Stadium upgrades, security, and logistics are daunting, but national optimism is high. Volunteers, city officials, and organizers are working around the clock, determined to make this event a success. This is Canada's chance to prove itself on the world stage, forging a new sporting legacy. The excitement is palpable as dreams of victory and pride in hosting fuel the nation's efforts. The pressure is immense, but so is the opportunity. Players, coaches, and fans alike feel the weight of expectation, but also the thrill of possibility. The world will be watching as Canada steps out of America's shadow. International media, fans and dignitaries will all have their eyes on Canadian cities, eager to see how the nation rises to the occasion. Success here could redefine Canadian sport for decades, inspiring future generations and leaving a lasting mark on the country's identity. The journey from co-host to center stage has begun, and Canada is ready to embrace its moment. Across the US, disbelief and disappointment reign. Fans who had dreamed of witnessing history on home soil are left in shock, their hopes dashed in an instant. The energy that once filled stadiums has been replaced by a heavy silence, as supporters try to process what has happened. Years of planning and billions in investment by host cities have evaporated overnight. Stadiums that were meant to be filled with roaring crowds now stand empty, monuments to what could have been. Local businesses, hotels, and restaurants that prepared for a tourism boom now face uncertainty and loss. Local officials face tough questions as the economic windfall slips away. Press conferences are tense, with city leaders struggling to explain how such a promising opportunity unraveled so quickly. The sense of letdown is palpable, not just for sports fans, but for entire communities. The few group matches left feel like a consolation prize, doing little to offset the loss. The excitement that once surrounded these games has faded, replaced by a sense of going through the motions. The missed opportunity to showcase American cities and reap long-term benefits stings deeply. City skylines that were set to be broadcast to the world now fade into the background, their moment in the spotlight lost. Politically, the decision is seen as an international embarrassment, with critics blaming federal inflexibility and diplomatic missteps. The fallout is felt in Washington, where leaders face mounting criticism from both home and abroad. America's reputation as a reliable host is now in question, with future bids for global events at risk. International observers wonder if the U.S. can be trusted to deliver on its promises, casting a shadow over future ambitions. For the U.S. men's national team, the psychological blow is huge. The dream of a home World Cup is gone. Players who had hoped to inspire a new generation on home turf must now cope with disappointment and uncertainty. Players must now regroup and find motivation to compete mostly on foreign soil. The challenge ahead is daunting, as they adjust to new environments and the absence of home support. The narrative has shifted from homecoming to adversity. What was meant to be a celebration has become a test of resilience and character. The team and nation must turn disappointment into resolve. Coaches and players rally together, determined to prove themselves on the world stage, no matter where the games are played. The World Cup will go on, but for the US, it's a very different story. As the world's eyes turn elsewhere, America is left to reflect, regroup, and look ahead to what comes next. FIFA's move is a bold assertion of its authority. No nation, not even the US, is bigger than the game. By making this decision, FIFA is sending a powerful signal to the world. The integrity and unity of football come before any single country's interests, regardless of its size or influence. Experts say this is FIFA rebalancing power, favoring global cooperation over commercial dominance. The organization is shifting the narrative, emphasizing that football is a truly global sport, not just a business opportunity for the wealthiest nations. Canada's reputation for stability and openness made it the safer bet amid rising global tensions. In a world where political uncertainty can disrupt even the biggest events, Canada's image as a reliable host stands out, offering reassurance to fans, sponsors, and teams alike. The decision is less about punishing the US and more about de-risking the event, keeping the focus on football. By choosing a host with fewer geopolitical complications, FIFA aims to ensure that the tournament remains a celebration of the sport, not a stage for controversy. While the US market is lucrative, FIFA's revenue comes mostly from global TV rights and sponsors, not ticket sales. The worldwide audience is what truly drives the tournament's financial success, making international appeal more important than local profits. Operational stability and brand independence matter more than marginal profits. For FIFA, maintaining control over its brand and ensuring smooth logistics are crucial to the tournament's long-term reputation and growth. This sends a clear message to future bidders. Government guarantees and true partnership are non-negotiable. Countries hoping to host must now demonstrate not just financial muscle, but also political will and a commitment to FIFA's standards. The era of assuming hosting rights based on economic power alone is over. Now, transparency, security, and collaboration are just as important as a nation's GDP or stadium size. bidding for 2030 and beyond will demand flexibility and cooperation. Nations must be ready to adapt, work together, and put the spirit of the game first if they want to win FIFA's trust. FIFA has drawn a line. Its rules, not national interests, will shape the World Cup. The organization is reclaiming its role as the ultimate authority, setting the terms for how the world's biggest sporting event is run. The world's biggest sporting event just got a new playbook. The rules have changed, and every nation will have to adjust its strategy if it wants to be part of football's future. Nations everywhere are taking note. Governments, sports federations, and fans are all watching closely, realizing that the path to hosting now requires more than just ambition. The future of global sports diplomacy has changed. In this new era, collaboration, trust, and respect for the game's values will define who gets to host and who gets left on the sidelines. Canada now faces a 5-month sprint to prepare for the world's biggest sporting event. Toronto and Vancouver must rapidly scale up, while new cities like Montreal and Edmonton scramble to meet FIFA standards. Security is the top priority, coordinating national, provincial, and local forces for millions of fans and dozens of teams. Transportation and accommodation are massive hurdles, with Canada's vast distances and limited hotel capacity. Airlines, trains, and buses must ramp up, and cities need centralized booking systems to avoid chaos. Organizers are drawing on experience from the 2010 Olympics and 2015 Women's World Cup. Task forces are in place, budgets fast-tracked, and the nation is mobilized. The pressure is intense, but Canadian ingenuity and unity are on full display. The world will judge Canada's ability to deliver under the spotlight. Success or failure here will echo for years. The shockwaves extend far beyond North America. Teams and fans must scramble to adjust travel and training plans, facing new climates and logistical headaches. Many supporters may be unable to attend, dampening the tournament's international atmosphere. The shift could democratize future World Cup bids, encouraging smaller nations and cross-border partnerships. FIFA's unilateral power to alter hosting plans will spark debate and calls for reform. The global football community is watching and learning. This event may reshape how the world's game is governed and hosted. The 2020 Governments on the Rai when the Danitamentary World Cup will leave a legacy no one foresaw. For the US, it's a lesson in humility and the complexities of global sport. For Canada, it's a chance to transform its sporting identity and inspire a new generation. FIFA's authority and the future of World Cup hosting are now under the microscope. The tournament's story is just beginning, a tale of upheaval, opportunity, and reinvention. Can Canada deliver? How will the US respond? The world is watching as a new chapter in football history unfolds. Share your thoughts below, and subscribe for more on this unprecedented World Cup journey.